a tutorial on this deep dark monochromatic look that I'm wearing right now. You guys caught my Makeup Geek eyeshadow haul. I'll link it right here. I mentioned that I created a look using Cherry Cola and Bitten, and this is the eye look. Obviously, you do not have to pair it with this dark burgundy lip. I just love monochromatic makeup looks, especially when it is involving bold eyes and bold lip colors. That's the way to my heart pieces. Please excuse my hair. I actually did try to do it today, but it messed up. So I was watching makeup tutorials the other day. I don't really watch makeup tutorials anymore, and that's not because there's not people out there that I don't enjoy watching, but it's got more to do with the fact that like I found myself watching makeup tutorials and feeling like I needed to be doing what they were doing. I don't know why. It's so against type person I normally am in every other facet, but anyway, I kind of quit watching them, but I was bored yesterday, so I started watching Shan XO's channel, and let me just tell you, I've been watching Shan XO since she had like 20,000 subscribers, like no joke, it's been a long time. And I'm so jealous of that beautiful thing. Like, she films like something to marvel at, how often she films. And the fact that she like consistently matches her outfit and her hair with her makeup look, like, why not me? That's where I'm just not, I don't know how to adult that hard. I'm just gonna do the makeup and that's the end of it. So that's why I kind of look the same in every single video. Not that any of you care or ask, but that's just where I'm at in this journey I call life right now, feeling hella lazy. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please thumbs up if you do enjoy it. Subscribe if you have not. I would love to have you. Check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms. Share it with your friends and family, and I hope you enjoy. Talk to you next time. Bye. Alright guys, my eyes are already primed. I'm going in with Mango Tango and Country Girl from Makeup Geek on a Sigma E40 brush. I'm mixing them together on my brush, and I'm going to start the process of creating a transition color here on my lid. We are going in with a lot of really bright matte shadows today, so the emphasis needs to be on taking your time and blending after every step that you take, and you shouldn't have any problems. Just as usual, make sure, excuse me, allergies, it's out of control, I'm trying to tell you. Just make sure that you take your time and get this transition color really nice and soft and blended on that crease, because moving forward with the rest of the color, it's going to be so much easier. Then I'm going in with Bitten from Makeup Geek, obviously a very well loved color for me, on a 221 brush. If I get any brushes wrong, I will link them down below. But this is just going a little bit lower on that crease. This is a this would be a traditional smoky eye, not a cat eye smoky eye. I'll link my brush video below and my cat eye smoky eye video here somewhere, but it's a little bit different. So the saturation of pigment in this look starts on our lid and is gradient effect up. I like to start from the top and work my way down. Everybody does this differently, but mostly what you're going to see me doing is laying down pigment with one brush, like the darker pigment on a smaller brush, as you see me doing right here. After I get that where I want it to be from inner corner to outer corner saturated, I will go in with my bigger brush that I used before. So now I'm going to go in with that E40 and blend it out. Sauerkraut. I go back and forth with this a couple of times. I do recommend that. It takes a couple of extra minutes, but it's all worth it when your finished product is beautifully blended. Then I'm taking a brown paint pot. I have depotted mine, and a really thin brush. This one's from MAC. The thinner the brush, the better with cream products. And I'm just going to work this all over my lid. Since we are going with a bunch of matte shadows, I find that trying to build up a matte shadow on the lid and then blend that up into other matte shadows, it can get choppy. It can just look a little messy. You don't get the deeply pigmented gradient effect that you want. And after I lay down this creamy product on top of my lid, you do want to blend out the edges of it with your eyeshadow so that there's not a harsh separation of texture between the cream and the rest of the powder, if that makes sense. Then going in with Big Daddy, this is Cherry Cola on a flat Sigma brush and just packing it on top. And this takes like 2 seconds to build up the intensity of pigment, as opposed to if I had nothing on the lid at all, it would take a lot longer. And we're just going to blend everything out like always. Then I'm going to clean up my mess using a makeup wipe. In this case, I do recommend doing your foundation second. Then taking the Maybelline Studio Gel Liner and just creating a thinnish line on top. You can do a wing if you want to. Lately I haven't been into wings that much. For me, I just feel like they kind of make my eyes look smaller and squintier, but it's a personal preference. Getting ready to do lashes. This is the IT Cosmetics Super Hair Mascara. It's really great for lengthening and separating those lashes. I didn't used to be very particular about mascara, but lately I've been kind of into trying new ones. And for lashes, I am using the Vegas Nay Grand Glamour EYELURE lashes. I've mentioned them several times. I just go to Target and Ulta and just stock up to the best of my ability. They're amazing, beautiful, beautiful lashes. Some of my absolute
favorites, excuse me. Then I'm taking SHROOM from MAC. I'm going to use that to highlight the brow bone. I always highlight that brow bone, and I highly recommend that you do too. Please do not mind my hair. It looks ridiculous, and the makeup shirt is back, so please excuse how messy it is. It's not a big deal, but you know. Anyway, for primer, I started off with the Makeup Forever Hydrating Primer all over my skin just to add a little hydration, and then I used the Smoothing Primer just in the areas of my face that have texture. And I'm going to mix my Laura Mercier Silk Cream and my L'Oreal True Match LUMI on my Sigma 3D Kabuki brush and just press this all over the skin. I do believe Laura Mercier has reformulated the Silk Cream foundation. I just haven't picked up a new one. Have you guys tried it? Please let me know down below if you have. I love the Silk Cream foundation, and I am trying to build up my collection of fair skin makeup accoutrements. Like, everything I have is for when I'm tan, and since I don't tan all the time anymore, I'm just kind of trying to figure out what stuff I should add to my collection, and Laura Mercier has always been a favorite, so let me know. After I lay down the foundation, I always hit it with a beauty blender just to make sure that there's no excess product on there. It's not sitting on top of my skin or hanging out on weird fine lines and wrinkles, but you know, you do you. For concealer, I'm going in with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye and a Sigma concealer brush. I haven't used this concealer in a few weeks. I forget how much I love it every time I take a little break from it, but I do recommend, I mean, for me, this is at least what works the best. I always lay it down with a brush first and get it where I want it to go, and then I blend it out with a beauty blender or a sponge. Now, prior to me kind of getting into this concealer, I wasn't much for using anything to apply my concealer with except for a beauty blender, but now that I've kind of taken to applying it with a brush first and then blending it out, I don't know if I'll do it any other way. It just is a lot more difficult to kind of get this concealer to soften up and blend and go where you want it to go. If you just take your beauty blender and then just try to apply it directly to the skin and blend it out with the beauty blender. Does that make sense? Like, it makes sense to me, but that's just a little tip. If you found this concealer isn't a formula you like, it's probably because you're not using it correctly. At least that's what I found in my case, because I freaking love it. To highlight today, I am mixing the MAC Emphasize Pro Powder with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's like the vanilla shade. I don't know. I made this little makeshift contour palette forever ago, and I haven't used it, but I tried it today, and I actually do really, really like it. So I'm just setting the areas of my face that I highlighted with concealer using a flat brush from Sephora. Some people do not have to set their concealer. I am not one of them. Speaking of setting, I am going in with the RCMA No Color Powder, which you guys have heard me singing praises for quite some time now. I do not think I will ever own or need to own another powder ever again. There, I said it. Now I'm going in with HOOLA from Benefit, kicking it old school to bronze up the old complexion. I told you guys before that as it pertains to me being on the more fair side, I do prefer to use a face powder instead of a proper bronzer, if you will. But if I am going to use a bronzer, so far this one is my favorite one for fair skin. I've used it on my fair clients for a very long time, and it's just a really good tone. It's got just enough warmth, just enough of an ash, just enough of like a pinky kind of skin-like tone. It's wonderful. It's a classic for a reason. That hair is ridiculous. Then I'm taking the IT Cosmetics Use Sculpted, and I'm going to mix the light contour and the medium contour together on the NARS Eater brush just to contour the backs of my cheeks, and I'll actually take this along my hairline as well. I went a little too banana sandwich with it on my hairline, to be honest. It got a little out of control at first, but once I blended it out, it wasn't so bad. I do really, 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 really like this contour kit. The tones that are in it by way of the light, medium, and dark are just, I don't know. I think they're extremely complementary, and the darkest one in the palette actually could be a bronzer by itself. Even if you're not that deep, you can still get use out of it, and it also has a matte and a shimmer highlighter in it as well. Now moving on to the lash line. As always, this part is very optional, but I am starting off with this would kind of be like a smudgy brush from Sigma. I don't know. I'll leave it down below. It's the biggest brush that I'm going in with, and it's going with my lightest color. So it's that Mango Tango / Country Girl mix, and I'm just running this from inner corner to outer corner. I really wanted this to wrap completely and totally around the eyeball. Going in with a smaller brush, I will take Bitten and push that a little bit closer to my lash line. These colors are so similar that the gradient effect isn't that real, so I wanted to take this purple eyeliner from Makeup Forever I was sent this collection of eyeliners, and let me tell you guys, they're the most amazing eyeliners I've ever used. Obviously, you could use a black one if you wanted to, but I thought kind of the plum tones would be a little bit different, a little bit fun. I just ran this on the inside of my waterline from inner corner to outer corner, and then I didn't actually show a product shot of it, but I used a purple eyeshadow from MAC called Sketch just to kind of smoke out that lash line. Not that you can tell because my mirror is in the way like always, but once again, optional. I just wanted to bring a little bit of depth to that lash line to ground and separate all the red tones. I have told you guys before that as much as I love this kind of a look, can make you look kind of sickly lad rat. And then kind of further ground it even more, I applied some mascara to my bottom lashes. Moving on to blush, I'm taking Captivating from Tarte. Don't mind the fact that I'm wearing like 4 different shirts in this video. I just could not get it together. The settings on my camera change 1,000 times. My angles change about 1,000 times, so do my clothes. It is what it is. Sorry for it. Then I'm taking Very Lumanizer by the Balm to highlight the tops of my cheeks. I went a little highlighter crazy today, and I'm not even feeling too bad, but I always apply it on the hot tops of my cheeks and my nose. Those are my favorite places. Now I'm lining my lips. I use Plum lip liner for MAC. I didn't put a screenshot in it. You don't have to use a lip liner at all if you don't want to, obviously. And for lipstick, I use Anastasia Beverly Hills Trust Issues Liquid Lippy. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you have not, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!